My name is Harley. I'm from Northeast Philly originally. I've been down here in Kensington like the last year and a half. I rent a little room down here, whatever. Thank God I'm not like on the streets like that. But I couldn't do it. I'm actually gonna be 28 tomorrow. My birthday is tomorrow, so yeah, I'm thankful.
What do you got planned for your birthday?
Nothing big. I probably just go out to eat, something like that. Just hopefully let's have like a stress-free day. That's all I want.
Well, happy birthday in advance.
Thank you.
You say you grew up in the Northeast.
Yes.
Tell us about your household. What was it like for you growing up?
Growing up, I had a great childhood actually. Up until about like age 12 was when my dad got arrested. He just came home from doing like 14 years upstate in prison, and my parents actually met like in AA in the meetings, whatever, and they stayed clean for like 14 years. But when my dad went to jail, my mom had relapsed. So growing up, I guess my teenage years, I had dealt with my mom and her addiction. So I always hated the drugs, and then I guess I just kind of, out of curiosity, tried them. And around like age 23, I started doing the dope. But I've never like shot it up or anything like that. I smoke it, but uh, yeah, I mean, definitely different from how my life normally is the last couple of years. It definitely was hard. I just have one little brother. My brother has always been like in and out of jail himself. He's 3 years older than me. He's doing like 19 to 40 right now, actually upstate. So it's really been like just me out here, you know what I'm saying, like on my own. I actually just lost my mom 2 years ago. My mom, she was killed by a drunk driver, and she actually died. So 2 years ago, my dad came home from doing 14 upstate, and then my mom died the next day. And then the day after that, I found out I was pregnant with my son. I have a 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old. So within like 3 days, my whole life did a 360, and that's when, things just really went downhill for me, man. I can't say this. I do not, regret anything I've been through, or I'm not mad about it, because a lot of it made me like who I am today. A lot of it brought me strength, and definitely made me a lot smarter, a lot more street smart, and a lot tougher. So it is what it is. I got an angel watching over me. My mom definitely watching over me, because I done been through some crazy shit out here, and I'm still here, so I can't even be mad. So yeah.
Yeah, you a warrior,
Thank you. Yeah,
right?
I try, man. I try. It's tough. You definitely gotta have thick skin out here. I'm telling you that you gotta have thick skin. You can't be easily knocked down, because that shit will happen out here. I'm telling you, these streets will chew you up and spit you the fuck out. I actually dropped out in the 11th grade, but I went back and got my GED. I was clean for about 2 months, and then I relapsed again. So it ain't easy, man, at all. It's
Look,
not even staying clean; it's getting clean.
it's hard for some people.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about your first drug experience. What was it?
It was all on me, man. I can't even blame nobody else but myself. Curiosity killed the cat. I went and just, I came down here on the L, and, asked somebody where I could find it at. I snorted it for my first time, and from there it was over, because once you do it for a few days at a time, then that sickness comes, and it's over. That shit grabs a hold of you. My current situation, uh, I'm looking to get clean soon. I can't even say when, but, it's definitely tiring. It's definitely no fucking fun no more. It's not really where I want to be in life. So, uh, like I said, though, it's not easy. But I'm normally working. I've been working different jobs since I was like 16 years old. So this is the longest I've been unemployed. So I'm definitely not happy with that.
What all jobs have you had?
I did home health care for 4 years. Did different waitressing jobs, bartending jobs. So I'm looking to get back into the home health care.
Oh, that's great. Tell us, a day in your life. What is it like?
Um, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Honestly, every day is different for me. how I make it out here with my addiction. I have like, I guess you could say I have like different older men that help take care of me and stuff like that. I did the dating stuff for a while, but I like fell back from it because it's dangerous out there. So I try to just stick with like my couple regulars. I don't like to do the whole like jumping in and out different car thing. I did before, but it's definitely not safe out here. Oh, well, one time I had this guy, I was smoking with him, and he started just running red lights and stop signs and shit like that, and I had to literally jump out of his moving car to get away from him, and then he tried to reverse it and hit me with his car, and I had to hide from this man behind a fucking dumpster for like an hour. He was circling the block looking for me, and he just took a hit of crack and just started tripping out.
Damn.
Yes, so it's definitely not safe jumping in somebody's cars. You don't know. You never know who you're getting in with. They believe it's easier for them to, I guess, not everybody, I can't say everybody, but some of these men just think it's easier to give a girl out here a couple dollars and get what they want done, and some try to take advantage as well. I was a good child. I was a good little girl. I was a tomboy, but I definitely had to grow up fast. Like I said before, like I said, age 12, I had to start, being on my own. Age 13, and then I was in and out of placement for a couple of years as well.
What other drugs do you use?
The hard and dope.
Crack?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I slowed down a lot. I can say that, but I say about like 6, 7 times a day, maybe.
Yeah. And you say you don't shoot, right?
No, I've never shot up before. I just smoked.
Have you overdosed before?
No, I have not. Thank God.
Yeah. Before all this happened to you, what are some things that used to make you happy?
I don't know. Shopping, makeup, nails, girly stuff.
Yeah, I can imagine, right? Because drugs can be the only thing that make you happy.
Yeah, it definitely takes up a lot of your money, though. I'll tell you that.
So how much would you say you spend in 24 hours on your drug habit?
Maybe over 100 a day.
Yeah. Yeah, I have heard some people say $500 a day. I'm like, geez, that's...
Yeah, it's not cheap. I'll tell you that much.
If you had an option to go to rehab today, will you take it?
I don't know. That's a hard one to answer. I would, but I go back and forth with it. So you gotta be ready, and I don't want to waste anybody's time or my own time. So I don't know.
Have you had some sobriety in your life?
Yeah, when I was pregnant with my son, I got clean.
And yeah, you say you relapsed. What triggered you into relapsing?
Just my own personal issues, stress, depression.
Yeah. Is that some of the things that are your triggers?
Yes, definitely.
So how are you gonna cope with that when you do get clean?
I just had to find something to keep me busy. It's all about staying busy. It's starting to rain.
Yeah, right. The rain is starting to come down on us. We got to wrap things up really fast, yo. So what's your rock bottom?
My rock bottom. What, in the past?
Currently, right now, what's your rock bottom in life?
I don't know. I guess just being alone is definitely hard for me. Losing my family.
Losing your family, right?
Yeah, definitely, man.
So if your friends was watching this video or any family members, what message would you like to send to them?
That I'm still here. I'm still the same person. I'm still Harley. Nothing has changed about that besides just my addiction. And, I still love everybody in my life. I'm just going through some things. That's all.
If you had one wish, what would you wish for?
I wish for my mom.
That's for your mom?
Yeah, that definitely is what turned my life around the most.
Right. And if you could start your life all over, what would you do differently?
I wouldn't do nothing differently.
What's your message for the world?
To not judge anybody if you haven't been in a situation. I used to drive through Kensington and look at people down here and say, oh my God, like, how do they live like that? It's disgusting, this and that. But you never know. But one quick decision, your whole life could be turned around. Like, now I'm down here myself, and it's just, unless you've been in someone's shoes, don't judge them, because life ain't easy for anybody. We all have an addiction, whether it's shopping, sex, eating, gambling, drugs and alcohol. The most frowned upon, though. That's all there is to it. you know. But just don't judge anybody because you don't know what somebody's going through.
Right. So yeah, we wrapping up this interview because it's starting to rain outside, so we gotta make moves before it get bad. So we gonna stay connected with Harley and talk to her another time. All right, Harley. Thank you so much for being courageous, and we'll stay
Bye.
on you, rooting for
you.
you. Peace out, y'all.